Alright, guys, Sean here, and want to go ahead and talk on behalf of Ballistic Advantages 10.5 300 Blackout Modern Series Barrel. Alright, you guys, forgive me for any background noise, but there are some other people out here shooting. Thought I would go ahead and start off with its accuracy capabilities for those of you who are interested in that. Just know the way I have mine set up and how this was shot is with the Surefire SOCOM 762 RC2 and also a Trigicon MRO. And for this accuracy testing, it is shot at 50 yards and using Hornadays Customs 110 grain GMX. So at 50 yards from the prone with Hornaday Custom 110 grain GMX, I came out with a 1.3 inch 5-shot group with the Trigicon MRO. Okay, for those of you who are watching this because you're more concerned with its 100-yard capabilities, to just give it a better representation, I went ahead and removed the red dot and I installed my Leopold Mark V and shot these next few groups all on 18 power. As far as the rest of the gun, it's still all in the same configuration. All right, guys, we've got a lot going on here, so I'm going to go ahead and kind of break it down for you. Know that in between all groups, gave it roughly around a 5-minute cooldown. So take note that the first shot group, starting off on a cold barrel, may have benefited from having the actual cool barrel over a short 5-minute wait for these other groupings. Went ahead and started off with Hornadays Custom. It's a 110 grain GMX bullet. I've actually used this stuff for a couple years with this now. I've actually done pretty well, and I've actually had tighter shot groups than that with this stuff before. But it came out with a 5-shot group at a 1.77. Once again, gave it roughly about 5 minutes before shooting my next group. And I had high hopes for this stuff because the price is awesome. I've shot a lot of Cellar and Bellet and have had great results with it. This is my first time ever shooting any of the 300 Blackout stuff. And this stuff is the 110 grain TXRG. Some people, it's more recognized for its blue tip. This stuff did not do so well. This stuff came out with a 5.09 at a point of aim here, and that's my impact there. So not impressed with that stuff whatsoever. Today I did not give it a second attempt. That's one grouping. It could be worse. It could get better. I don't know. I will shoot this stuff again to see if I do have any different results. But for today, my first time ever using it, that stuff is straight doo-doo. Let's see. Follow that up with some Barnes Vortex. And it was 110 grain TAC TX FB. That's the black tip stuff. I've always heard really great results with it, and today was the first time I've ever used it. So first time ever using it, first shot group I ever shot, just like the Cellar and Bellet. It was definitely some better results, but my very first shot actually had a flyer. The overall 5-shot group came out to a 2.59. If I didn't have a flyer and it was at least within these other 4, it would have came out to a 1.5-inch shot group. All this other junk on here. I think the brass casing is stamped with ammo ink. I believe this is my buddy's stuff that he reloaded for me. This stuff here, I wasn't really going for a tight shot group or anything, so I did let these fly a little bit quicker and did not even give them the full 5 minutes. But for those of you who are curious about the group sizing for the subsonics, it came out to a 5.97. Primary reason I wanted to go ahead and follow up and shoot these was to let you guys know about the drop from your supers to your subs. So all 3 of my supers were 110 grain. I remember correctly, and if these are my buddy's subs, I want to say they're a 220 grain bullet. But my point of aim for the subs was right here. The center of the shot group had a 11.25-inch drop from my point of aim to point of impact with a super 0. All right, guys, my overall experience has been all good with the Ballistic Advantage barrel. I have a fixed gas block, and I've only come across one subsonic ammo that it did not wish to cycle and just kind of turned into a bolt gun. In all honesty, I don't think I've ever shot this thing ever not suppressed, so can't talk on behalf of that. But as far as shooting suppressed and with the Surefire 7.62, I think I have at least 10-ish different subsonic rounds I fired through this thing. And there was only one that it didn't like. I'll put it somewhere, maybe titled in this video or somewhere down below maybe. I think it was Horneted Black was the one it didn't like. I'm gonna have to go reference back through some of my other videos. But outside of that, all the supers I've tried and all the other subsonics I've tried, this thing has worked flawless for me and has just never had any hiccups other than that one particular brand of subsonics. Would I recommend BA barrels to anyone else? I totally would. I like them so much so when one of my boys asked me to help them pick up parts for their build, I picked up one of my kids a 16-inch Hansen and also a 11.5 Hansen for a couple of his 5.56 builds. I currently own a 16 and 14.5 5.56 Hansen, and then I also have a 10.3, 10.5 modern 5.56 one. I think that's all the BA barrels I own, and I'm definitely a fan of them. Just thought I'd go ahead and share this experience with you guys for any of those of you who are interested in BA barrels or the 300 Blackout, or this specific one being the 10.5, I think it is, modern series Ballistic Advantage 300 Blackout barrel. All right, you guys, thanks and have a good day.